Hey guys, Juke here, and today I'm joined with my friend Matthew Narvaez, who just topped the Brooklyn Regional yesterday. How you doing, Matt?
How you doing?
Doing pretty good, man. So, what deck did you play?
I play Metalfoes. Foes before hoes.
You think it's like the best deck?
I think it is the best deck only because you're able to play every single game. It's really consistent, and the pendulum mechanic's just broken, despite losing to a solemn strike. But they could get around that.
All right. You what place you get actually?
I got fifth place.
Fifth place. Not
I
bad.
finished 7-1-1. My only loss was to Mermail Frogs with main deck anti spell.
There we go.
So yeah, first turn he makes a broken board, and he made he opened up the Prince and then opened up the Tree Toad combo, and just set one pass. Like, a draw turn in my hand was beautiful, and he flips the anti spell. So I just
Happens.
So we went to game three, and he opened up anti spell, Solemn Warning, and Tree Toad, so I couldn't win. And then my draw was against the mirror match.
All right, man. How about we get into the list and you can explain some stuff, what went well, what didn't, and I'll ask some questions on the list.
Sure thing. Alright, so for the lineup, standard 15 Metalfoes. You can't play less than these. These are the best starter cards.
Yeah.
Especially, you also want to always end your turn with Bismugear.
This is just standard. Like, everybody plays the same 15.
Yeah. Uh, 3 Raccoon, 1 Kieran. Yeah, there's nothing much to say about this. This is just broken.
Still standard.
4 Kierans. 3 Gofu. This card's absolutely amazing. Best.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I was thinking about something.
It's okay. It's okay. It's just a good starter card. Like, it's inherent summon, special summon 2 tokens. Like, your opponent wouldn't know what to do against this because the deck could either make Ultimaya or just make a regular synchro play, and it gives you extra targets for the Metalfoes. Then for the other one-ofs, actually, let's not go there. 3 Eccentric. This was the best card yesterday. Able to pop your own combination, and pop your other opponent's back row. It actually came in clutch because I played against Domain Monarch, surprisingly, and he opened Vanity's Fiend, so I top decked this, just hard drew it, so it's pretty good. Then Rescue Rabbit and Luster. Luster's broken. This was MVP.
All right. Is that it for monsters?
That is for monsters.
Quick,
20,
just
27 monsters, I believe.
27. Wait, how much was in your main deck? Like, how many cards were in
This was 40 card main deck.
Quick question about the monsters.
Sure.
One was, how was Rabbit?
Broken.
I mean, honestly,
it extended your plays half the time. Like, despite having 3 other normal summons, which is Raccoon
all right.
and Rabbit, but you're always able to pendulum summon Rabbit. Like, there were times where I actually opened Rabbit and Raccoon, but I was still able to pendulum summon the Rabbit and fuse together with the targets.
And 3 Gofu. How did that work out?
Good. It was actually a card that I always wanted to see, but I never wanted to see it late game because I would usually have an established board. Drawing Gofu off the Metalfoes fusion effect is garbage, but
Yeah. Yeah, just because I know a lot of people just play 2 because drawing multiples kind of sucks. But, alright, that's good. Continue.
For spells, 3 Painful Decision. Yes, I know a lot of people play 2, but I think that's completely incorrect. This is a card I always want to see. There's always times where you have a 8 scale, 1 scale, and it's usually let's say, Stealing or Silvered. And so, if you play Painful Decision, you would obviously search the Gold Driver and continue the plays going. Because I wanted to play Summoner's Art, but there were times where I drew Volflame too many times, so I didn't want to see multiple. Yeah, this is all you really need to have. 2 Power Desires. I wanted to play 3. My friend offered me to borrow the 3rd one, but I made a last minute decision only because I was fine with 2. And I don't know. it's a card you do want to see, but I think this is the perfect number. Like you usually just want to resolve one. And then for the Metalfoes spells, one quick play and the one regular. I didn't want to play a second one only because Mithrilium does the job of recycling it back. Yeah, we already know what this one does. You always get it back. But when it comes to banishing off desires, I did banish this once, and I did make Omega, but I didn't get to banish it or put it back in the graveyard. But Omega did come up, but it ended up getting banished by the Paleozoic Dynamiscus card. But yeah.
Well, so I know, like, if you're a good player, you just don't like blind desires, because if you hit your fusions, you're just gonna like.
Yeah. That's the same with Metalfoes. Like, if you have the power desires, you always want to search I always search the regular fusion, the quick play first.
Right. So, did you ever have to like blind desires?
Yes, actually, against my round 6 opponent for Paleozoics. I went first, and I didn't open so well, so I had a blind desire.
All right.
For the trap lineups, 2 combination counter. This is my favorite card in the deck, only because you use the first one if you have Eccentric, and it's really good in the mirror match. Like, you would obviously play it on your opponent's turn. If they go fusion, they would make let's say Orichalc, and let's say if you have another fusion engrave or any other Metalfoes monster, you can bring them back. And being able to pop this and get another search is ridiculous. Like, people didn't expect the second one half the time, because if they can't kill this, or they can't just get rid of it, or you're always able to flip it on your turn and then pop it for the next turn and get more. You just get so much advantage. Counter, this was clutch, just the graveyard effect.
Yeah.
The only time I didn't like it was when I drew it. That was about it.
Yeah, I see that definitely.
Yeah.
So would you say the second combination was a good call?
It was a great call.
All right, cool.
I definitely wouldn't make any changes to that. And then for the last 3 spells, 2 barrier, vanities. Yeah. I actually didn't resolve this as much. I did resolve it once, but it didn't win me the game. But I would still continue to play this. Vanities just needs to go. It's retarded. Yeah, that's the trap lineup. 40 cards.
All right, that's good.
For extra deck, we got 3 Mithrilium. This is the best one in the deck. Recycles. It's a floater. It's pretty powerful. Double Alchemist. I did actually make 2. Only because I was able to recycle back the quick play fusion. And against Paleozoic frogs, it kind of sucks when you steal the frogs because they have barely any attack. But at least it stopped me from making them the fucking tree toad. And then Orichalc and Adamante. This is for because I play Ultimaya, and I actually won in my round 6 because he had a bunch of defense mission Paleozoics, and I pierced for 5,600.
Jesus.
Other monsters: Ultimaya, Gnister, Crystal Wing, Void Ogre. This was supposed to be an Omega. My friend let me borrow it for the tourney. I only made it once, and it got banished, but it's whatever. The ones I mostly made the most were Crystal Wing and Gnister. Gnister is broken in the mirror match, and Crystal Wing just does the job. I didn't make Void Ogre. There were some situations when I wanted to, going first just in case I get hit with a board wipe spell card. Then the last 3 cards: Utopia Lightning, and then Break Sword. I did not make this at all. Break Sword was broken. I did a play where I could set combination, then pop my own combination, pop another card, and get a free search.
It's nutty.
But, yeah, and most of the time I always had access to rank 3s because of Eccentric and Silvered.
So, quick couple questions about the extra deck. So you played triple Mithrilium. Is that did 3 come up?
Yes, actually. It came to a point where it was just a grind game in my round 6. I had to keep because I used the quick play And he had like all those Paleozoic traps, like the Book of Moon, the banished one. So I had to find a way not to get my stuff banished. And then yeah, I just set another fusion, made another Mithrilium, cycled at least one back, and another quick play.
Alright, and also the Zolkin engine. Did you like that? Because I know like people are
I
like,
actually
yay or nay.
made it a lot actually. Most of my first turn boards were Crystal Wing, the Ultimaya. I there's some times where I wanted to tribute the Ultimaya for Kieran, but like if they can't kill the Ultimaya, you're gonna get like so much advantage off it if you set another card.
Oh yeah.
Like one time, like this was even before the regional. I was playing against one of my opponents, and obviously they don't read cards, and Ultimaya says you cannot be attacked or targeted. So meanwhile I had a face-up Crystal Wing on the board, so it sucked.
Alright, sounds good. Side deck.
We got 3 Italian. See, this was for the mirror. Didn't use it, but I did draw it against my mirror matches. Like I opened 2 of these, and I thought I was just gonna win the game from there. We got 3 system down. I didn't play any ABCs, so
Not
this
one?
was like not one ABC.
Jeez.
So this was a dead card of my extra deck. 3 MST.
Side deck.
This should be Cosmic Cyclone. There were times where I wish they were Cosmic Cyclone.
Got it.
Mostly for, like, there are times where I side out my Archie-Eccentrics going second, only because, like, Anti-Spell just rapes my deck, so Eccentric does nothing to Anti-Spell. We got 2 Maxi. I didn't want to main them. I only wanted to see combo cards or just starter cards like Bambuku, all the Metalfoes cards, stuff like that. Double Gamma Seal. I didn't play the Sticky Kaiju mainly because Paleozoics sometimes play the Water Barrier statue.
Right.
So if you have the Sticky Kaiju, you can't really tribute it, and it's just stuck in your hand. And then Double Sidewalker. This was MVP. Best side deck card.
Anti-spell.
Yeah, it just call everything, pretty much. In my round 2, I played against Senju, and we were into game 3. It was a really rough match for whatever reason. And I saw him play Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, and I also got hit with Speedrun Menko, which I had game like 10 times, and I got Menko'd and turned all my monsters into defense position. I lost game 2 because of it. So in my game 3, I made Ultimaya Crystal Wing, and I dropped this on him called Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, so I don't get my board wiped. Then the next turn, I called the Speedrun Menko so I could attack for game.
Alright, so just one question for side deck. Why didn't you main Maxi?
Yeah, for the same, yeah, I only wanted to see Metalfoes cards, Bambuku, Decision. Like, it made my hand, like, I just want to be able to play every turn 1, like, when I go first. Because, like, Maxi doesn't do anything, like, turn 1. I mean, it does something if you already have, like, 4 other good cards. But Maxi just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's just a main deck worthy card.
Alright, that's fair. Do you remember your matchups from like round 1 to 9?
Yeah. Round 1, I played the mirror match. He went first. He opened. Yeah. He opened Vanity, so I lost game 1. Like, I had a really good hand. Game 2, Game 2, I went first. Opened pretty broken with Kieran, and he dropped a Vector Pendulum, which I thought that was a good tech, but it just didn't do enough. Like, it stopped my Pendulum effects, but meanwhile, I already had a full scale of Pendulum monsters. And then Game 3, I blew him out with Ignister. Like, it's just a broken card in the mirror. Round 2 was the Osendru matchup. Round 3 was Pure Infernoid. I didn't know what to do, so it was an easy matchup. Round 4 was Domain Monarch, 2-0. Game 2, like, he makes Vanity's Fiend, and at first I didn't have anything to stop it, but then I hard drew an Archfiend-centric and popped it.
Do you remember who played him? Or is it like some random guy?
Yeah, random. Round 5, I played against my first Paleozoic Frogs. This was actually my worst matchup that I didn't want to play, and I ended up playing it. What else? I went to game 3 with the Paisley Frogs. In round 6, I played Samuel Chung, Steve's favorite person. Uh,
That's a story for another time. So.
I 2-1 him. In game 3, it came to a point where I had the quick play fusion, and he targeted one of my cards with a Paleozoic trap, and I chained the full Metalfoes fusion, and he tried to chain one of his trap cards in the graveyard, which you can't because you can't chain to a spell. It's not a trap card. So I just went from there. Round 7, Mermails with main deck anti-spell. Just didn't know what to do.
I'm gonna skim through all of this.
And my round 8 opponent was Mirror Match. It was a tie. It was just grind game.
So you lost a Mermail player, correct?
Yeah, I lost to a Mermail.
So that was your first loss?
Like that was my first loss.
7?
I started off 6-0.
Not bad.
And round 9 was Mermail. He wasn't the best Mermail player. So, yeah. Got my top 8.
Alright. Any overall comments about the deck or your experience?
The only thing I would change is put in maybe Raigeki Dark Hole, because there were times where I missed board white cards. I probably should have mained a Raigeki. And then the other, I probably would have put in the second quick play fusion. I don't know what I would take out, but I don't know. I probably drop maybe the counter, or might put the dimensional barriers on the side. I don't know yet.
Alright, man. Any shout-outs?
Shout out to Steve Tornock. Shout out to Joe for letting me borrow the Omega. Shout out to Brian for telling me not to main Maxi, and I've been doing that for a while, so thank him. Shout out to the whole other Squiggy members, and shout out to my team, Prodigy Gaming.
Alright, Brian was literally the only person in the chat that said you shouldn't play Maxi. Literally, like, all 7 other people in the chat were like, main Maxi, and Brian says, oh, don't main Maxi, and you're like, alright, I won't main it. Alright, it's whatever. It worked out.
Yeah, but, I mean, it did change something, you know? Like, I was able to play most of my games while having Maxi as, you know, that card.
Yeah,
Maxi is just one of those cards, like, especially if you play against ABC, like, they know how to play around this card. Like, they could probably afford for you to draw one card, and that's about it.
Definitely, I feel that. Alright, man, congrats, and we will be seeing you at Nats.
Thank you, sir.
Peace.